constructed on EPC mode, because whatever the projects which are already constructed on EPC mode, we have already monetized that, and by which we will get the money for construction of new roads. This allows NHI to tap appropriate sources of funding based on the requirement of the projects. NHI has also been to take advantage of liquidity in the banking system to raise debt at every attractive rates. Our rating is AAA. We are strong enough. The banks, particularly the Indian banks, the funds are keenly interested to invest in NHI. With the large inventory of completed roads and those that will be returning to NHI from BOT concessions, NHI is planning to monetize these roads as a major source of funding to pare down debt as well as develop new roads. We are also allowing 100% FDI in the road sector. Now this is the most attractive thing in India to invest in road sector. Bank is giving us the money with the rate of 6.35 interest in rupees. Even the insurance fund, pension funds are keenly interested to invest in road construction of NHI. So present our total income is 40,000 crore, and within 5 years we will cross 1,40,000 crore per year. So there is no problem. We can offer investor the return. If they are ready, we can make escrow account. We can give them daily, weekly, monthly, 3 monthly, 6 monthly or yearly. So now we are planning for making of logistic parks, planning to develop smart cities on the roadside, and we are making 26 green express highway. We are making highway from Delhi to Mumbai of 1 lakh crore. 65 to 70% work has already completed, and it can be easy for you to go from Mumbai to Delhi with 12 hours. There will Mumbai to Delhi to Dehradun in 2 hours. We are making new highway. Then we are making Delhi to Haridwar the same highway in 2 hours. Delhi to Chandigarh 2 hours. Delhi to Jaipur in 2 hours, and Chennai to Bangalore in 2 hours. So lot of new express highway we are making, and by which 100% I am confident that it can going to reduce the logistic cost, because presently from Delhi to Mumbai it takes it something 48 hours for a truck, but after this express highway it will be 18 to 20 hours. That truck will go from Mumbai to Delhi up to end of JNPT. So this is a very revolutionary change is going to happen in the country, and the sector is very good. Investors are very friendly. I will request you to all of you, if the pension fund, insurance funds, anywhere if they are interested, we can make directly tie-up with them, and we will take their investment for our road construction.
Thank you, Mr. Gadkari, for clarifying the. The government has just now announced a very ambitious national monetization plan, and the road sector figures very prominently in that national monetization plan. As you would know, and as the audience, there are over 500 of them who are listening to us right now. 1.6 lakh crore or 1.6 trillion rupees are to be monetized over a period of 4 years by monetizing over 26,700 kilometers of roads. What do you see are the key challenges over executing this very ambitious national monetization plan for the road sector, particularly in light that you have already begun monetizing them, and as you rightly pointed out, that you have already monetized about 40,000 crore per year on the existing road assets. Now, is this 1.6 lakh crore will be an additional monetization revenue, or will it be part of the existing monetization sources? So can you throw some fresh light on this ambitious national monetization plan in the road sector, and 26,700 kilometers of roads to be monetized over a period of 4 years? So it will be good to learn from you what you see are the challenges and what are the opportunities. Mr. Gadkari.
The roads have the largest share in the national monetization. The roads have the largest share in the national monetization plan at 26%, with a target of rupees 1,60,000 crore over 4 years. NHI is planning to monetize roads majority through two modes. One is toll operate transfer, that is TOT. Other is InvIT. And already we are getting very good response from the foreign investor also, and Indian investor also giving good response. Since there have been good outcomes for NHI from TOT, it will continue to progress the strategy with smaller bundles that meets the requirement of international and domestic players. The InvIT is in the advanced stage of being launched and is targeting institutional investors. Once it is set up, NHI will be able to monetize more roads through InvIT and raise funds from institutional investors. With investment manager and project management company being professionally managed, NHI will able to get the support of international and domestic institutional investor for its InvIT. I am sure that the national monetization program will build reliability and confidence in developers and financing institutions, as the identified projects are likely to be better prepared, exposure less likely to be the risk given active project monitoring, management and accountability. We have already started this program, and 160,000 crore is the additional target now. We are already getting lot of money from TOT, and we are making lot of projects for that on going for tender process. Actually, first of all, it was decided to bundle of 5,000 crore. But then I have taken a decision to make it the bundle of 500, 600 crores, that the small investor can participate in it, and they are giving good response and we are getting good price. So today it is the very good response for us, and 100% I am confident that this scheme is very successful, and because of that there is no shortage of fund for construction of new road, new express highways, new tunnels. We are getting fund from it, and we are utilizing that fund for making of new projects, by which again that project will be monetized and we will get the money from that, and this is the cycle is going on. So 100% there is no shortage of any resources as far as this policy is concerned.
Duration of this monetization, when the asset goes for a monetization, what is the likely duration for which it stays with the private sector entity?
Actually, in the Indian scenario, some of Indian bankers preferring for 15 years.
Okay.
But the foreign investor and banker, they are preferring for more than 20 years, 25 years and 30 years. But probably now we are requesting to Indian bankers also that they can give permission for making investment for 30 years. And it is the ideal stage for that. And already the foreign investors are giving good response. Insurance and pension fund, they are getting very good returns. So I will request you from the listeners, particularly the members of Ashwamedh and the financial investors, it is a golden opportunity for them that they can participate in this scheme.
Thank you, Mr. I am sure our listeners here are listening to you very carefully, and let me also request them that the minister has very kindly agreed to answer some of your questions. So please feel free to go down the bottom of your screen, and then there is a chat window. Enter your question, and Garima will send those questions in due course. Let me go on to the next issue. Mr. Minister, you as a road and highways minister have been closely associated with the actually two things, but let me focus on the biofuels. And one was of course the dramatic changes in the Motor Vehicles Act, and the second was the use of biofuels in the country. Can I request you to tell us a little more about how you see the use of biofuels and how biofuels can bring about the benefits to the economy and also create new opportunities for both investors and consumers, Mr. Minister?
We are very much committed to adopting import substitute, cost-effective, pollution-free and indigenous mode of transport in the country. Our agriculture is our real strength, and we intended to diversify that into the energy and power sector. Waste to wealth and waste to energy is very important. The government has released the report of expert committee on the roadmap of our ethanol blending in India by 2025. which discusses the gradual rollout of 20% ethanol blending in petrol E20 by 2025. We are now allowing ethanol production from food grains like rice, corn, wheat, maize, which are surplus in the country. Our MSP is higher than international price and commercial price. So this is the time that we have to diversify food, rice, wheat, corn, and sugar surplus is also there. So this is the time that we are diversifying agriculture toward bioethanol. We are committed to delivering vehicles with flex engine now. We have taken a decision. We will make it mandatory, and by which there will be a flex engine like Brazil, where there is a choice with the consumer that he can use 100% petrol or 100% bioethanol. The technology is readily available, and it is a matter of time to take that step which will transform the transport landscape India forever. I am looking forward to the Indian auto industry to quickly roll out bioethanol compatible vehicles. Ethanol blended fuel cost will be around 65 rupees per liter. Now the petrol price in India is 110 rupees per liter, and there is no pollution, very less pollution. So it is really very important for ecology and environment. The LNG as the fuel is also economically viable for long-term trucks and buses. I have just inaugurated India's first commercial LNG pump in Nagpur, and the economics is so good that the cost of conversion of rupees 10 lakh, where diesel truck can change with the LNG in 10 lakh rupees, which can be recovered within 295 days. We can also convert LNG by compressing it into CNG, which is suitable for economically viable for driving range of 200 and 250 kilometers, while LNG is good for 1000 kilometer driving range. Methanol is produced from low-grade coal. It can also be extracted from sludge scrapping CO2. Methanol engine technology is available in the world, and its cost only rupees 20 to 24 rupees per liter. We are also working on that. We have to take into account of fuel availability, mass emission standards, appropriate technology, its cost and life cycle economics, and it an integrated manner while adopting a particular biofuel. On the roadmap of decarbonizing transport sector sustainable mobility ecosystem, our government will frame the implement suitable policy time to roll out adoption of biofuels of consultation with the concerned stakeholders and the end users. I am additionally telling you, we are also concentrating on making of e-vehicle, e-scooter, e-bike, e-auto rickshaw, e-cars, and now within a year there will be a flood, particularly as far as the e-vehicle are concerned in India. Already e-buses we have, now e-trucks, and at the same time we are working on lithium ion, then we are working on sodium ion, zinc ion, aluminum ion chemistry also. So 100% we will get some good results from that. At the same time we are working on green hydrogen, and we are now trying to making hydrogen from seawater and the sewage water, where we are using solar energy and wind energy for making of this. By analyzing this water, we will get the green hydrogen from that, and the green hydrogen is the future, and we are the transport minister, we are giving highest priority for that. So today our import bill is 8 lakh crore, and after 5 years it will go up to 25 lakh crore. But before 5 years, we will increase biofuels, electric, methanol, ethanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG, electric, LNG, and green hydrogen. That is the future. And 100% now Indian automobile industry's turnover is 7 lakh 50,000 crores, out of which 3 lakh crores we are already export is there. And my planning is already all prestigious automobile brands are already present in India. So my mission is to within 5 years we want to make Indian automobile industry as the number one world manufacturing automobile hub in the world, and we will export all type of good cars, trucks, buses on different fuels and with good standards from the all reputed brands to the whole world. That is the idea, and 100% for the reason we are already implementing the scrapping policy, by which there will be availability of copper, aluminum, steel, rubber, and plastic, and there will be a lot of vendors we are developing and industrial clusters by which we can make automobile components with cost effective. We are going to reduce the cost of automobile components, which is going to reduce the cost of automobile, and 100% will be more competent in international market, and that is the line by which we are working on it. We are also developing our ports with 18-meter drafts, and we can take all automobile waste from the world, take it to India, and here waste to wealth will be the policy for that. And we will convert into the automobile components will be going to be making of new automobile industry to create new employment potential and new growth for India.
Thank you, Minister, for this detailed response. So you actually covered a few sectors that I was going to ask you on. Just one supplementary, you have a timeline for the use of biofuels being raised to 20%. At what time period you're talking about? Use of biofuels in the transportation sector to be raised to 20%.
No, actually already it is started now. 450 new plants we are expecting in making of bioethanol. Now present production is 465 crore liters, and we now need it for more than, it will be 1000 crore liter for mixing ethanol in petrol. So 100% there is a huge demand. The petroleum companies are ready to make the agreement for 10 years for purchase of ethanol. The raw material is available. The sugars, particularly the molasses, BAB molasses, sugarcane juice, we can make bioethanol. We can make ethanol from rice, then from corn, then from food grain. So all government is giving permission. So today there is no problem. And up to 20% we will cross, and within 6 months we are going to issue the order for having flex engine, and we are already giving permission to making of ethanol pumps on the petrol pumps where the Indian Oil and Bharat Petroleum all government company and private company. Now the government is giving permission for them to open ethanol pump on it, and there will be choice with the consumer to take petrol or ethanol. So now
Okay.
this type of a new history is going to start in India. I am confident that biofuel is going to reduce the pollution in the country. We have also successfully implemented the trial of using 50% biofuel into SpiceJet plane and taking it from Dehradun to Delhi. That is also a successful experiment. So
Okay.
we are working on it, and I am confident that 100% we will get success in this mission.
Just one question on this, Mr. Minister, that what you're talking about is a huge paradigm change in the entire transportation space. We are moving to an area which will lead to a lot of creative destruction of sorts. Now, how do you think the automobile sector scenario may change? And because a lot of existing companies will have to undergo a change, a lot of scrappage policy will bring about a lot of change in the ecosystem. As a visionary leader, what would be your message to the automobile industry as well as to the transportation sector in general, in view of the changes, the paradigmatic changes that you're talking about?
Actually, two electrifying effects. One is automobile industry is going to benefit it because they are going to increase their export. Presently, our two-wheeler manufacturers, Bajaj, TVS, and Hero, they are exporting their 50% of the production. Now we are making e-bicycle in country also. Now presently our export is 25,000 crore, but we are planning to make the export of 2 lakh crore in bicycle also, e-bicycle. So 100% there is a huge potential, and I am confident that the industry, it is a win-win position for all the stakeholders. So I have interaction with the industry. They have given me good positive response. Just 4 days before, I have a big conference program with the expert from Brazil and green hydrogen expert from Canada with the SIAM, the
Okay.
Automobile Manufacturer Association. It was a very good program, and our automobile industry is very positive and giving support for all this policy. In due course of time, it is a win-win situation for all the stakeholders, and 100% it is going to increase the volume of automobile industry, creating more employment potential in the country, creating more export and more wealth for the country, and 100% it is to be benefited to the automobile industry for getting good turnover and good profit.
Before I turn to my final question, dear Minister, let me also request that if there are any questions from our audience, please send them to your chat window appearing in the bottom of your screen. We will take those questions up before we go to Lord Desai and Mr. Raj Bhatt. Mr. Minister, The construction sector is also a sector that you are very closely associated with over the last many years. And as you know, construction sector offers tremendous employment opportunities, and the potential it holds is huge, particularly in the post-pandemic scenario. How do you make sure that the construction sector continues to be a key sector for generating jobs, and what kind of policy space you need to engineer for that, Mr. Minister?
Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has set a vision for India to become a $5 trillion economy in the next 5 years. It is our firm belief that increased investment in infrastructure would not only create demand in the country, but also it would make growth sustainable, equitable, and inclusive. It is proven that due to the multiplier effect, 1 rupee spent on infrastructure ends up to rupees 2.5 in the economy. And that is really very important for Indian economy. With the context, the government is providing utmost importance to the development of world-class infrastructure in the country. Our government is soon going to launch the National Master Plan of Prime Minister's Gati Shakti. This scheme of more than 100 lakh crore rupees for holistic and integrated infrastructure development will create huge employment opportunities. Further, this year, government has increased year-on-year infrastructure capex by 34% to 5.54 lakh crores. And already we have made the world record. We are, when I taken charge as the minister, it was 3 kilometer per day. Now we are making 38 kilometer per day, and next year we will cross 50 kilometer per day. It is already the world record, and within 3 years, my dream, my mission is to make Indian road infrastructure equal to USA standard and European standard. You will get greenfield express highway, you will get a lot of new roads, and already in our country the 86% of goods traffic is on the road, and we will reduce the logistic cost. Presently it goes to 16%, but 100% we will try to make it up less than 12%. So it will be helpful for our export. Such increased investment in infrastructure would review the economy and create employment in near future. The government has set a target to build roads with rupees 15 lakh crore over 2 years. A total number of 4,076 man days are required for construction of 1 kilometer of highway. 5,738 kilometers has been constructed under phase 1 of Bharatmala Pariyojana, so far generating employment of 2.3 crore man days. Bharatmala Pariyojana phase 1 and 2 development of multimodal logistic parks, greenfield expressways, access controlled highways, and wayside amenities will generate more than 10 crore man days of work and will also provide scope for additional employment in the economic centers, industrial clusters located in vicinity of the national economic corridors. We are intended to provide ease of doing business, digitalization, and time-bound ecosystem which would expedite the pace of infra development and generating job opportunity on fast track. Enthusiastic response and participation of private investor and firm would be improve the economy and employment. There will be a huge requirement of engineers, financial experts, professionals, project management consultants, machine operators, and skilled labor force. An increase in construction activities will boost allied sectors like steel, cement industries, construction equipment manufacturers, and construction material suppliers, architectural and interior amenities, transporters, etc. And it will further generate large number of jobs. Upgradation, expansion, rehabilitation, maintenance and repairing of existing structures, buildings, factories, roads, bridges, airports, railways, drainage system, etc. is ever been going ongoing works demanding huge technical and skilled manpower in the country. So this is a win-win situation for all the stakeholders, and it will be benefited not only to the country, but it is going to benefit it to all stakeholders, and particularly creating more employment potential, getting more revenue to the government and state government, and at the same time creating more employment potential in the country. 100%, it is a win-win situation for all.
Thank you, Mr. Minister, for giving such a detailed and comprehensive reply to all my questions. Thank you once again. Now, may I request Lord Meghnad Desai to join in and ask his question to the Honorable Minister. Dr. Desai.
Thank you, Mr. Bhattacharya. I have only one simple question to the Minister, and that is about how is the construction industry going to evolve to take advantage of new technology, such as 3D printing, which has transformed matters in our region.
Actually, it's a very important question. The innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skill, successful practices, we name it as a knowledge, as a power, and conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future. We are accepting good technology, good innovation, good research, and good successful practices. We are giving freedom to contractors that they can use any technology and that benefit will be there. We have just accepted the technology from Malaysia, where the distance between the two pier in the in India it was restricted to only 30 meter. But now by which we can make it up to 120 meter by reducing the cost of bridges by 30%. We are using lot of new technology in tunnels also, and already I am telling you, anywhere any good technology which is going to reduce the cost without compromise with the quality, and which is going to improve the quality of construction, we will allow all the people anywhere, any successful technology in the any part of the world. If contractor want to implement, we will allow him, we will support him, and we will 100% welcoming all the new technology in India, particularly in the road construction. I am ready to support them.
Thank
And
you.
also you are giving the reference of the technology. We are already on the track, and we are working lot of new innovation, new electronics, new technology, lidar system, satellite system, all type of thing, GPS, everything we are using in construction, and we will encourage the contractor to use the new technology for making of roads and everything.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Minister. Thank you, Lord Desai, for asking this very, very important question. May I turn to Mr. Raj Bhatt and request him if he would like to ask a question to the Minister and for the benefit of this audience here. Mr. Bhatt.
Thank you, Mr. Bhattacharya. Honorable Minister, my question is regarding the safety of infrastructure assets. I know that basically there are two challenges. One is the getting users to follow safety norms, and second challenge is to create safe infrastructure assets. So I wanted to know that how have you tackled these two challenges regarding the safety infrastructure?
You want to ask me the question related to road safety or the
Yeah,
safety of bridges? Okay.
both, say road safety and the safety of how you ensuring the safe
Presently,
infrastructure.
as far as we are making concrete payments, and my idea is to making concrete payments in the factory. And the precast technology we want to encourage. We are making lot of research on it. At the same time, one thing which is a very negative point for India, that every year we have 5 lakhs accidents and 1,50,000 deaths. There are a lot of black spots. We are spending a lot of money for improvement of black spots. 14,000 projects stand sanctioned by World Bank and ADB. Also, we are working on that regarding the improvement in black spots. Then we want to make road designing very, very perfectly, because the road safety, the 4 factors are very important. One is the road engineering, automobile engineering, and at the same time, the education and emergency. 4 E's are very important. So regarding road safety, the Tamil Nadu government has successfully implemented one program where they reduced 50% accident and 50% deaths. With the cooperation of World Bank, they implemented that program. We are on the fast track. We are moving toward that, how we can save the life of the people. And my assessment is within 2 to 3 years, at least we will reduce 50% accidents and 50% death. That is the highest priority from my side for this. And my vision is to achieve this 50% reduction in road accident and deaths by 2025. Zero fatal accidents in the country by 2030. And by taking various initiative, policy reform, adopting the safe system, And already we are working on these four E's, that is engineering, both road and vehicle engineering, enforcement, that is intelligent traffic system we are going to launch into the country, education and emergency care services. We have initiated landmark move implementing the Motor Vehicle Amendment Act 2019. The act has facilitated the implementation of steeper penalties for traffic violations, notification of recall of defective vehicles, passing of goods Samaritan law, and creation of the National Road Safety Board to oversee to issue related to road safety. The central government has given all powers to state government to adopt best policies practices to be amended into their motor vehicle rules. The ministry has established road safety cell engineering to exclusively work on road safety engineering. Important initiative on road side being building access control, multi-lane expressways and divided highways with better road surface quality and safe traffic operation management system. Roads are ensured with the installation of speed control measures, adequate signages, proper road marking, and delineators for safe traffic operation. All the grade railway crossings are being replaced by ROB and vehicular underpass. Improvement of road junction and geometry with roundabout grade separator for congestion free and safe traffic movement is being expedited. Ministry has released standard operating procedure SOP for identification, correction and digital monitoring of accidental black spot improvement work. Uh, MIS portal for black spot improvement monitoring work for post rectification feedback has been developed. We have mandated road safety audit for all road projects during each DPR engineering design construction and operation stage. There is a provision of a dedicated road safety fund in the contract including land acquisition, and we have a policy for penalizing road contractors concessionaries accountable for poor road quality construction and design. We have implemented the system of national highway rating where road safety is the prime performance parameter and national highway identified under rated on safety will be prioritized for engineering treatment. There is a district road safety committee constituted under the chairmanship of member of parliament to promote road safety awareness and to mitigate concerning issue in the constituency. Ministry has developed integrated road accident database program in association with World Bank, IIT Madras and NIC to collect comprehensive road accident data and perform real-time casualty analysis of road accidents. We are in process of implementing the state support program to be incentivize the state's UTs with rupees 7,000 crore fund, out of which rupees 3,500 crore from the Asian Development Bank and World Bank, and balance of rupees 3,500 crore from the central government to carry out road safety interventions. The ministry has been working in association with the healthcare agencies, vehicle manufacturers, corporates, NGOs, educational institutes for strengthening the road safety mission in all four east front. I would like to mention here that the initiative Zero Fatality Corridor taken by NGO Save Life Foundation in Mumbai Pune Expressway is provided to be very effective and successful in reducing road accidents drastically. We are adopting advanced technology like intelligent transportation system, artificial intelligence, IoT based tools, electronic surveillance, aerial drones, etc. for better enforcement of traffic laws and efficient traffic operations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhatt. Thank you, Mr. Minister, for very kindly taking these questions and joining me on the fireside chat. Unfortunately, like all good things have to come to an end, this too has to come to an end. The minister has to leave by 2 o'clock. We have received many questions, but I cannot let the minister go without asking him at least one question from the floor, if the minister agrees. And that question is, once again, his favorite issue, favorite subject, which is that how is the scrappage infrastructure shaping up? And what are his thoughts on compulsory scrappage policy as opposed to a voluntary scrappage policy? If the minister kindly agrees to respond to these two questions, it will be wonderful.
Actually, we have just launched this policy by the hands of Prime Minister in Ahmedabad, and there is good response. And our plan is to at least making one scrapping center in one district, and some of the districts and big cities we can make 4 5 centers. And also at the same time fitness centers are also there. We are giving permission on BOT basis. The system is very simple. They have to only register, and other permissions they are getting with very transparent policy by which they can start the project. Already lot of people have signed the MOUs. They are starting the scrapping centers, and I'm confident that within 2 years this policy will be implemented very largely, and 100% it is going to boost our automobile industry in the country. Now the all people are in favor. They are giving good support to the policy. We are giving some concessions to the new vehicle purchaser who are going to scrap their vehicle, spray vehicle. Even we are expecting the manufacturer will give them some comforts regarding purchasing of new vehicle by giving their scrapping certificate. They will also get some benefit from that. Presently there is a very good support from all the sectors and the stakeholders, and it is too early to make any comments as far as, because we have just started the policy. But in the European countries it is successfully already going on in the many European countries, and we are taking lot of consultation from them, taking expertise in machinery and consultancy, industrial consultancy. For that India has got a huge market for that. So 100% it is to be win-win situation for all the sectors, and I am confident within 3 4 years it will give good results for not only for automobile industry but for the country regarding the pollution, because 15% 15-year-old vehicle truck is giving pollution equivalent to new 15 trucks. So this type of pollution is created by this vehicle. 100% we are on the track regarding the ecology and environment is concerned, regarding the economy is concerned, and also the it will be a cost effective because the mileage is very high of because of new technology. So it is to be economically benefited to the vehicle owner also. So 100% we are on the path. People are giving good response to it, and I am very much hopeful about it that we will be succeed in this policy, and 100% it is going to change a big change in the manufacturing sector of our country.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. I think it was, a wonderful session in my view. There's so many takeaways that it cannot be, summing them up is not going to be easy. The minister talked about how the National Highway Authorities of India is going to reduce its debt, how the foreign investors are showing great interest in investing in road assets, how the National Monetization Plan will actually mean additional revenue sources for the government over and above what was already being earned. There is assurance on the road safety front and how the road safety concerns are being taken care of. There is the biofuels strategy that has been laid out, electrical vehicles in the scrappage policy. The entire game plan has been revealed today in front of us. So on the whole, I think it is a very sumptuous session in terms of, because it is being held in a lunchtime. Let me now turn to Mr. Raj Bhatt to propose a vote of thanks to the minister. Mr. Bhatt.
Thank you, Mr. Bhattacharya. Honorable Minister, I must say that you are known as a person with electrifying speed of decision making and execution in across India and outside. And we had a lot of requests for getting you on board. I know that we tried to get you on board 2 years ago, and you had to go to Israel. We are extremely grateful to you for making yourself available for this conference. I'm sure that participants who are from various financial institutions must have enjoyed it, and I would like to thank you on behalf of Elara's family for making yourself available, and thank you once again. I know you have to go. We are really grateful to you, and thanks once again, and hopefully we can have the opportunity of having you again in our future conferences. Thank you once again. God bless.
Namaskar. Thank you.
May I now hand it over back to